My wife texted, "Your job is dead, and I'm moving to Vegas alone." I replied by sending her the photo of my new private jet, tagged with my new partner. I was secretly her new company's majority shareholder, and the plane was taking us to Bali. That betrayal led to my immediate exit and a new partner. Step 1 setup. I, Theodore S. Theo, age 35, male, had been with Serena, age 30, for 7 years. I worked a highly discreet part-time job as a senior cartography specialist for a geological engineering firm in Phoenix, Arizona. My public, visible salary was a small $85,000 per year. I specialized in highly complex subsurface geological modeling. Serena worked as a wellness retreat planner, focusing on luxury fitness and exotic tourism. Her income was commission-based and high-profile, averaging $120,000 annually. Our combined visible income of $205,000 felt entirely strained by the expensive Scottsdale social requirements. We owned a modern adobe house in Scottsdale, valued at $1,100,000, which I inherited. I drove an older, reliable Jeep Cherokee for my necessary field work. Serena leased a new, powerful Porsche Macan to maintain her affluent client image. We often dined at exclusive, trendy fusion restaurants in the Old Town area for her required networking. Our entire social life was dominated by her efforts to meet wealthy developers. In late August, a strategic career opportunity arrived that represented the convergence of my entire secret financial life. I was the silent founding investor and majority shareholder. 60% of Zenith Escapes, the very company Serena worked for. The company, which generated massive passive income for me, required a new public executive to manage its rapid scaling. The opportunity was the formal, public appointment as Director of Global Geological Strategy for a major geothermal energy firm. The new headquarters was relocating to Auckland, New Zealand. The package was immense and designed for global control. It included a base salary of $380,000. Additionally, they offered a substantial $70,000 relocation bonus. The total annual cash compensation was $450,000. I waited until we were relaxing by the pool before presenting the offer to Serena. I laid the financial documents on the table. "This job is the absolute professional pinnacle," I stated calmly. "It moves us to Auckland with triple the salary," I explained, citing the facts. Serena did not look at the documents. She answered dismissively, "Auckland is insignificant, and your work will always be boring, Theo. The salary is $380,000. I responded, pointing to the figures. She scoffed, dismissing the entire proposition. Director of Strategy is just a paper-pushing title. It involves strategic, global asset management. I answered steadily. She then focused on her own life. You cannot escape your dead and archivist identity. Her complete dismissal of my intellectual value confirmed the final path. Step 2, Update 1. I quietly accepted the Director of Global Geological Strategy position the next morning. My start date was set for the 1st of January, allowing 4 months for precise transition. I began preparing for the move without involving Serena. I knew any discussion would be emotionally volatile and obstructive. Serena continued her pattern of public dismissal. She frequently told her friend, Lucas, a private wealth manager, that my job was a pathetic retreat. Theo is running to the quietest place on earth to hide his lack of ambition. Serena often told Lucas. Lucas and his wife, Maria, openly sided with Serena's focus on visible success. They openly questioned my move. Why trade the desert sun for rainy, distant New Zealand, Theo? Lucas asked me once. Professional growth requires strategic movement. I replied factually. I initiated decisive steps to secure my future. I established a new banking relationship in Zurich to hold my offshore investments. I quietly secured a high-end rental apartment in Auckland. Crucially, I maintained close, confidential communication with Dr. Camille Renard, the newly hired chief geothermal scientist at my new firm. Camille was aware of the entire scenario and agreed to play a central role in the final execution. Step 3, Update 2. The confrontation arrived abruptly in mid-December, just before Christmas. I was in my home office when I received a text from Serena. She was at the airport, preparing for a sudden business trip. The text was short, explicit, and utterly final. Your job is dead. And I'm moving to Vegas alone. She believed she was leaving me with nothing but my old Jeep. I immediately sent the final notice. The divorce filing is executed, and the separation is final. She replied instantly, demanding I stop the filing and surrender a portion of the Scottsdale house. You must choose to save the marriage or accept ruin. She texted sharply. I was having a professional dinner with Dr. Camille Renard at the Scottsdale Four Seasons, finalizing the strategy for Zenith Escapes. I discreetly took a photo of the meeting, showing the jet's tail number on a tablet between us. I sent the photo back to Serena with the final, devastating truth. My wife texted, "Your job is dead. And I'm moving to Vegas alone." I replied by sending her the photo of my new private jet, tagged with my new partner. I was secretly her new company's majority shareholder, and the plane was taking us to Bali. That betrayal led to my immediate exit and a new partner. Step 4, Update 3. The fallout was immediate and focused entirely on the betrayal's consequences. Serena's attempt to escape was met with the photo of my private jet, proving my immense wealth, and the new partner, Camille. Her final text was met with the knowledge that I was her company's boss. Serena immediately cycled through intense anger and disbelief. She sent me frantic, unintelligible messages demanding an explanation for the private jet and my new partner. That plane is clearly a charter you rented, she insisted loudly in a text. The registration and deed are attached. I replied factually. She was forced to confront the separation and the massive financial damage to her social image. She refused to pack or cooperate with the condo sale. This denial was quickly met by a legal notice from my lawyer, Ms. Chen, regarding the liquidation of joint property. I remained calm and analytically detached through the rapid process. My focus was entirely on the high-level transition to Auckland. My emotional state was stable and entirely focused on my new responsibilities. Moving day arrived with a quiet finality. I shipped my belongings to New Zealand. Serena was absent, dealing with the fallout of the exposure. I flew directly to Auckland with a profound sense of forward momentum and control. My first detailed view of my new life in Auckland, New Zealand, was one of immense tranquility and professional focus. My new office, overlooking the harbor, felt significant. My flat was minimalist and secure. The work as Director of Global Geological Strategy was demanding and intellectually stimulating. Step 5, Update 4. I was quickly thriving professionally in the new environment. The role required decisive leadership and analytical precision in global energy strategy. My team was highly supportive and respected my ethics. Socially, I embraced the city's marine and hiking culture. I connected with a new circle of friends, including a local engineer and a data scientist. My relationship with Camille deepened into a committed, supportive partnership built on shared intellectual curiosity. Camille was now permanently based in Auckland, leading the research division. Financially, the $450,000 package was only a supplement to my strategic equity in Zenith Escapes. My personal wealth was highly secure. I purchased a high-end, reliable Audi e-tron for my travel across the region. My lifestyle improvement was controlled, focused entirely on quality of life and investment. By late August, 8 months into the role, I achieved my first major milestone. I successfully led a critical, complex deep sea mapping project, ensuring compliance across 2 continents. This success earned me a substantial mid-year performance bonus of $40,000. Serena's old network began reaching out, curiosity overriding their caution. Lucas, the wealth manager, sent me a tentative LinkedIn message. "I heard the geothermal fund is massive, Theo," Lucas wrote vaguely. "The fund is experiencing rapid, ethical growth," I replied factually. Maria, his wife, sent a message asking about the price of the private jet. They were clearly curious about the true scale of my power. I remained polite but entirely reserved. Step 6, Update 5. In November, I cemented my professional success with a major public announcement. I was featured in a specialized energy magazine, detailing my successful geothermal strategy. I updated my LinkedIn profile, clearly displaying my new title, Executive Director of Global Geothermal Strategy. This promotion confirmed my rapid ascent in the global energy sector. Serena quickly learned the full, non-negotiable truth about my status and power. She had mocked my career, only to see me profit immensely, while simultaneously owning the majority of the company she was fleeing to. She sent a series of messages, alternating between demanding explanations and emotional accusations. "You knew I was working for your company all along," she claimed furiously. "I have been the majority shareholder for 6 years." I responded with factual clarity. "You should have left me some of the company equity." She argued illogically. "That equity was secured prior to our cohabitation," I countered. Lucas, her friend, sent me an explicit apology email. He confessed that Serena had convinced him I was financially timid. "We feel completely foolish for not seeing your strategic power," he wrote. "My sister, Helen, called me from the States. Your victory for truth and financial strategy is complete, Theo." Helen confirmed. Step 7 Update 6. In late January, Serena visited Auckland, claiming she was meeting an obscure wellness contact. She contacted me, requesting a final meeting to discuss the future. I agreed to meet her at a quiet, public cafe near my office complex. When she sat down, she presented a practiced narrative of emotional growth. She claimed she had spent the last year realizing her life was too focused on material pretense. "I now value stability and intellectual honesty, Theo," she insisted softly. "I am pleased you have developed that awareness." I acknowledged neutrally. She insisted she had changed, but I referenced her past actions and the consequences of her last text. I mentioned the public rumors about Zenith Escapes facing a financial audit led by my team. "Your company is now facing internal financial review," I stated calmly. "That was only a misunderstanding about the accounts." She tried to excuse it. I then referred to my new partner, Camille. "My new partner shares my commitment to ethical, verifiable strategy," I noted. She insisted on returning, suggesting she could now be the perfect partner for an executive director. "I can be a brilliant social asset to you here," she proposed quickly. I calmly declined the offer, explaining that the foundational trust was destroyed by her final, mercenary betrayal. "The ethical breach is absolute and permanent." I stated the fact. Step 8, Update 7. Serena did not accept the decline gracefully. She attempted a brief, futile period of online retaliation. She posted anonymous claims on several tech forums, implying my geological modeling was flawed. She claimed I was an unethical founder. My lawyer, Ms. Chen, managed the attack with efficient legal documentation. Ms. Chen immediately sent a cease and desist letter to the hosting platforms. She provided certified third-party audit reports proving the ethical rigor of my work. The claims were removed quickly due to their defamatory nature. Her online claims failed completely. My partner, Camille, posted a factual rebuttal on a geological forum. She confirmed the scientific integrity of the modeling protocol. Serena lost all remaining credibility when the forums noted her comments were based on obvious malice. Step 9, Update 8. 1 year later, my life was stable, profoundly successful, and deeply satisfying. I was the permanent executive director of Global Geothermal Strategy. My wealth was securely growing. I was in a committed, highly compatible relationship with Dr. Camille Renard. Camille was intelligent, respected my privacy, and provided constant strategic support. Our life together was based on mutual respect and intellectual rigor. In December, Serena sent a final, short message. It was a brief email to my personal address. "I understand I chose the wrong partner and the wrong fortune." The email read, "I regret my monumental error in the valuation." She wrote, finally admitting the truth. I sent a short, professional, and final reply. "I wish you future professional honesty," I wrote. I immediately blocked the address. The entire past conflict was completely and finally resolved. Step 10, Final update. The following spring, I was hosting a private energy summit in Wellington. While at a dinner, I was approached by Mr. Alastair Thorne, the former CEO of Zenith Escapes who I had hired years ago. Mr. Thorne was the authority figure who had initially hired Serena. Mr. Thorne apologized to me. his expression solemn and respectful. I regret that your former partner caused you such difficulty, Theo. He admitted his own mistake in ignoring the clear signs of Serena's mercenary ambition. He confessed that he had consistently undervalued my quiet, analytical career in favor of the perceived glamour of her social position. I wrongly assumed her social standing meant she was loyal to the brand, Mr. Thorne stated. I apologize for the lack of respect I displayed for your actual ownership. He added honestly. I accepted his apology, acknowledging that his admission of error was significant. I explained that my actions were always driven by the necessity of defending my intellectual property from opportunistic claims. My reflection confirmed the final, enduring life lesson. The most absolute power is found in the anonymity of ownership, revealed only when necessary to secure your future. I secured peace by calmly revealing my ownership of the asset my opponent wanted to use against me. The quiet, logical closure came from knowing my methodical revenge had secured both my professional future and an infinitely superior partner.